guys, welcome back to Beaneater Buzz. We took a 2-week hiatus, or I guess 1-week hiatus. Last week was Mother's Day. Had some personal stuff going on, so I decided not to do one last week. But back here again, Jordan Hunt, myself, back here with Colleen McGuire.
Hey, everyone.
We are... I don't even know how to describe how I feel right now. I'm
not in the best of moods after that game.
I mean, it was just... I can't believe how bad the defense was.
The whole series.
The entire series, yes.
Especially yesterday and today, but really just kind of all around. It was just not very good.
Austin Riley, his defense has been kind of rough for the past few weeks. And I think people forget that Austin Riley just had a baby. That guy's probably tired. To be honest,
the road trip might actually be good for him.
Yeah,
just to not have to be worrying about getting up early and in the middle of the night.
Last road trip, he hit a couple homers, so hopefully he'll get back. And I mean, his bat has looked more like Austin Riley the last 2 games, or I guess last couple games. He had a double the other night off the wall. I can't remember if that was against San Diego or Boston.
I mean, he had the one yesterday.
Yeah, that was a big. Yeah, I was referring to the one that he hit off the right field wall, off the bricks.
Oh yeah, that must have been Boston.
I think it was Boston. Yeah,
I didn't watch much of the game Friday, and it was
yesterday. It was the same game that Matt Olson had the big double that everybody was like, that should have been gone. Yeah. So and I think that's Riley's problem. So I can forget why. I don't know if I can forgive all of it, because I mean there's some defensive miscues and there have been some mental miscues for Riley.
I mean, just this week, a couple of plays that he could probably have easily turned him into double plays, and
a couple of double plays that
it wasn't thinking. And I think guess you can chalk it up to the baby and being here and worrying about all that stuff.
I know that.
But at what point do you just say, okay, then he needs to take a few days off?
Yeah. I mean, if he's
what it hurting the team.
Yeah. And we know that Austin Riley is a much better defender than this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's even showing at the plate. His bat has been struggling. He's been a little bit better recently, but I don't know, man. Olson has made a few errors. Another kind of, I mean, honestly, the error in the 11th today, you could have put on either guy, but
who did that error get charged to? Him?
I want to say him. It should have been charged.
Which, he has to pick that, but Dansby had so much time to make a good throw, and he I don't know why he lobbed it over there like that.
It did. It looked lazy. That's. Yeah, I don't like to call ball players lazy, but that's how that play looked on both sides. It looked like Dansby took his time and made a lazy throw, and Matt didn't quite focus on trying to get the pick right, and it looked lazy on both sides. Let's see.
Throwing error by Dansby. That's good. I'm glad he didn't have 2 outs. I mean, 2 errors charged in.
Yeah, I mean, he should have. I mean, yeah, it should have been on Dansby. It's a bad throw. I mean, you can't expect Olson to pick everything, but at the same time,
and I feel like normally he would pick that. We've seen some good picks from him. So I don't, but still.
And I bet if you ask Matt Olson whose fault that was, he'd say it's mine.
Yeah.
He'd say that's my fault. I should have made that play. I don't know. We could talk about today's game for hours, probably. That was just.
I mean, it's just the game should. That's what I was saying during the 11th. The game should have ended 2 innings ago. They had a lead. They just threw it away.
Should have been over. I mean,
because even that first run that the Padres got was because of that.
It was a joke run. It was a joke run.
Yeah, when Contreras threw the ball and then Olson didn't catch it.
And
so it was even if they didn't get that run there, even if they get those other 2 runs, it was like. At that point, I hate to say this, but it's you deserve to lose at that point. They're lucky yesterday they came back to score those 4 runs.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to win when you're just making mental mistakes, making errors, throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, everybody says The team that always wins is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes. That wasn't true yesterday because we made a ton of mistakes and we just got lucky. I mean, to be quite frankly, I mean, yes, sure, baseball is hard, hitting is hard. They didn't exactly just get lucky, but at the same time, the offense bailed the defense out big time. And to expect them to do it 2 days in a row would just be completely unfair.
Yeah.
And although in the 10th inning, we should have won that game.
We should have won it in the 9th because we shouldn't have been tied. And then we should have won it in the 10th.
I mean,
it's like,
if we don't bunt, and I'm so mad that we bunted. That made me so angry.
Like, my thing is, like, if you do it correctly, then it's like, okay, cool. But either way, you're still giving up an out, right? So even if you get the out at first, there's still an out with a runner at third. And then if someone strikes out, a sac fly doesn't even do it.
Yeah. And I'm,
you know what I mean? And like, it's a runner at second. There's not a risk of a double play. And Arcia hit the walk-off home run 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Why is that the guy you're like, oh yeah, go ahead and bunt?
You've got Arcia who hit a walk-off homer a few days ago. And then who was after Arcia? Demerit.
No,
who,
yeah.
It would have been Demerit. Yeah. Demerit, who's been hitting everything. And then Matt Olson, who ended up getting a hit in that at bat. If you don't bunt, even if Arcia and Demerit strike out, there's 2 outs.
There's still a runner at second in scoring position, which a single scores you.
Yeah, and William Contreras, for a catcher, he runs fairly well. That Matt Olson little soft single to center field, that scores William Contreras. The game is over. We shouldn't even have played.
And to be fair, Austin got really unlucky. I think the XBA on that line drive was like 770 or something. Yeah, so of course it was hit right to somebody.
Right at somebody, yeah.
But
in fact, when he made contact, I thought as soon as he hit it, I was like, oh, that's it, we won. And then boom, right at him. And I was like, oh shit.
And it always, and I said this even before they got even that first run in the 11th, but I'm like, I always feel like the longer extras go, the more of a chance it to unravel, right? It's never just the one run. I feel like then they give up multiple, the longer you let it go, then you're at like different pitchers and your guys are like, I just feel like that always happens. So I was shocked. I wasn't shocked when it was 7-3.
That's what's so aggravating about the extra inning rule in the first place is clearly it does create action. And I understand that MLB wants action. I get that. I want action too. But we need to start it later. Starting it immediately in the 10th inning is like, you're basically telling the guys like, hey, we don't believe that you can get outs or excuse me, that you can score runs. And like you said, it ends up almost every single time in a big inning or in an extra inning like that, where you've got a runner who starts at second base. It's a big inning. It's not just 1-2 runs. It usually turns into a big inning. And I think that's because the pitcher is immediately out there thinking, I've got to be perfect. And
and I know that it's like, obviously it's fair. Both teams get that runner at second, right? But like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it just changes the whole, I don't know. I feel like I had a point in my head and now I can't figure out what my point was going to be.
It's probably my fault for
no.
Anyways, like I said, if you remember what that point was, please bring it back up. I don't know. Bad loss. We can say
this is what I was going to say. They started that runner on second in the COVID year because they didn't want games being long games, guys still hang around in the clubhouse. Right now we're 2 years. Yes, COVID is still a thing. I'm not, but I mean, they're allowing fans, all this stuff. So I'm like, why is this still a thing that you're doing?
Why does it exist?
Like, why do we still, I get last year you wanted to do it, but why are we still?
Originally, when the CBA got signed, we were told, no, it's gone.
Yeah.
Runner at second base is gone. Everybody was like, yay.
Like, I would have been more, they were like, no universal DH, but we get rid of the extra. I would have been like, okay,
I would have taken that. I'd have been like, fine, cool. Get that shit the fuck out of here. And you can go back into my tweets. You can search at Beaneater B and you can search that runner on second base shit. And you'll see me a year and a half ago saying, oh, I love this rule. And then it just I don't
and then
know.
the Braves
they just sucked.
Win.
So I was like, never mind.
Win.
Get rid of this rule.
I don't know why they have so much trouble. I think it's just like maybe they're trying to do too much because they have the runner at second and supposed to like, and then you'll see some teams are like, let's just hit a grounder to this way and then hit a sac fly. I don't know.
Or you could have Ha-Seong Kim just come up and
oh my God,
hit doubles and homers and God.
That guy. I'm glad he's been for the Padres. I'm glad he's been good since they haven't had Tatis.
I don't
the
mind
Padres have been very good. Yeah, I do like the Padres. So if they can be good, that's great. But I'm just like, wow, they don't even have Tatis right now. So they're probably going to be pretty good when Tatis comes back. But you know what I actually thought was like, I don't know if admirable is the word, but like today with the chance to win the series, it's only split. They gave Manny Machado the day off. That to me is like, I don't think Snit would ever do that. Their star player who's maybe he's been struggling a little, but you know, they won't even really drop guys in the lineup much. No, I don't think so. But like,
I don't think he has, except for
Doobie. A day at DH or give. I don't know. Put RC at third base. Or yesterday, Heredia started in center.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
And then this is also a big thing, maybe understated in yesterday's game was pinch hitting Duvall for Heredia in the 8th, and he walked.
Yeah,
that was a big thing that like no one is sort of overlooked. I guess in that big inning was that move.
Yeah,
that
because
was
Heredia
was like all right, Duvall.
Anything.
Yeah, not that Duvall hasn't struck out a lot, but he was like, let me put him in, and he actually got so that ended up being huge.
Yeah, it really did.
So,
I mean, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. It took the wind out of my sails, and it just kind of, honestly, it shouldn't have, because you and I, like I said, haven't done this in 2 weeks. Over that 2 weeks, the Braves have played the Mets, a first place team,
and split.
The Brewers, a first place team,
and won the series.
Boston, who, whatever you can say, you can say what you want about Boston, but Boston went to the ALCS last year.
Yeah, their offense is good. Yeah,
yeah, and they're just, honestly, they're kind of doing the exact same thing we are. So,
and we happen to see their like two of their good.
Yeah, we beat Eovaldi.
Yeah,
I mean, we won on the day that Eovaldi pitched.
So it wasn't like I don't even really know. I guess Rich Hill is he, but like even still, like we split it. It's whatever that Kyle Wright had a bad game. It happens, but they still split it. You get swept. You at least won one. And then we came in this series and
now
won the series.
The crazy thing about this San Diego series is that coming in, the pitching matchups were ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had Max Fried and Yu Darvish, and then you had Charlie Morton against Sean Manaea, and then today you had Kyle Wright and Musgrove. I mean, that's stacked.
Yeah,
that is stacked starting pitching, and none of those games turned out the way you would have expected.
Mm-hmm. The whole series was wild.
It was
in good ways and bad, but the whole series
honestly
was all over the place.
The Braves can get it together, whatever, we end up coming back, win this division. If we play the Padres in the postseason, holy crap, that is going to be a hell of a series. I mean, the Braves have a long way to go before we start talking about that. But Padres and the Braves are very similar teams, very similar. And I think the Braves are deeper this year. I mean, that took the rise of a Travis Demerit and a William Contreras. But the Braves are definitely deeper than they were last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once Eddie comes back and Ronnie's full strength, which is hopefully soon, and Mariah and his groin didn't reveal anything, so I'm hoping it's just a couple more days.
That's been such a bummer the last few games. Now, if Ronald plays in this series, we win this series for sure.
Probably. You figure he takes a couple of bats away from. And I like Demerit, but him at leadoff. I shouldn't even say that because he got on base 5 times.
He's been great at leadoff, but it's just, I don't know. I just think it's funny that Demerit had like one good game at leadoff. No, I mean, he's, I'm not saying anything bad about Demerit. But I think it's hilarious that I saw a bunch of people on Twitter saying, oh, we need to just bat Demerit lead off and drop Acuna to 2. And I'm like, you're going to drop Ronald Acuna in the lineup in favor of Travis Demerit? Are you fucking insane? I love Travis Demerit. I think that dude is awesome.
Yeah, he's been great.
That is absolute insanity. It's just some baffling takes on Twitter right now because the Braves can't see.
When the Braves play poorly, it's a sight to behold on Braves Twitter.
And we were all excited last week because 4-3 against 2 first place teams. We were like, hell yeah, this is great. And then we split against Boston. I wasn't upset about that. And
especially when we won yesterday, I thought, okay, well, maybe this. How many times do we have that? Oh, maybe this is the game. It happened last year all the time. Well, maybe this is the game that propels us. Maybe
how many times have we done that in the last 2 years?
And it just goes to show that momentum is not a thing.
Momentum is fake. It is fake.
Like in between, in like within innings, maybe sometimes you get out a big jam, then something that. But like overnight, the momentum, people like, oh, they have all the momentum. No, it just doesn't work that way.
Now, I did think they had the momentum when they were up 3-0 with Kyle Wright.
Yeah.
Absolutely carving the Padres up today.
Get 3 off Musgrove.
I thought for sure. I was like, dude, we're going to win this game 3-1.
And especially we scored first. And it really has been consistent that like we score first, we win.
Yeah.
We don't, the other team scores first, we lose.
Even so in this series, it was consistent in the first 2 games that whoever scored first won, even though in both games it was somebody scored first. The other team came back and took the lead, and then the team who scored first said, no, I'm winning this game. And I thought for sure when the Padres tied it at 3, I was like, okay, the Braves are still going to win this game.
Yeah.
And it just didn't.
But then in the 10th, they hadn't had a hit since the
5th inning. Matt Olson's single up the middle was their first hit since the 10th inning.
Since the 5th.
Excuse me. Yeah. In the 10th was the first hit since the 5th inning.
Yep.
I saw somebody say the Braves struck out 17 times today. Is that correct? I mean, whoa.
Could be.
Hold on, let me look that up again.
The way they've been going.
Sure. Yeah. They're
16.
16 times. And I saw somebody say that's like 5.1, I believe. 5.1 innings of no contact.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much except for Ozzy and Duvall, everyone struck out twice.
That's bad.
It's a very all or nothing offense. I love home runs.
Did you say except for Ozzy and Duvall?
Right? Except for the guys you'd expect.
I mean,
everyone was too. Arcia, Contreras, Swanson, Ozuna, Riley, Olsen, Demerit, all over. So yeah, that's funny.
I just happened to catch that as I was about to say something. I was like, wait a minute.
2 of the guys you'd least like expected to.
I guess that's a good sign for Duvall. And I've seen people knocking on Ozzy a lot lately. Understandably so. He's been pretty bad at times. Past few games, he's been a lot better.
Yeah, I love Ozzy. So it's hard for me to like get it's hard for me to get like mad at him because I just love him so much. But it's like sometimes his swings, it's like those first pitch, just garbage swings. And I'm like, Ozzy, take a pitch. And yes, you can hit a home run on the first pitch. I'm not, but like some of the swings, I'm just like, why don't you wait? He did have a really, really good at bat today.
Yeah, that resulted in 11 pitches.
Something like he ran it full and then he just kept fouling pitches off. It was something.
And I mean, it was pitches that I was like, how is he even getting to that?
Yeah.
Like
we had Musgrove through 2 innings. It was at like 40 pitches. And I was like, oh, we're going to knock him out of this game early.
Yeah. And we didn't. We still didn't.
Yeah. He still kind of 6 innings. Just a frustrating game, man.
Yeah. We're still talking about that game.
Because it's one of those games that it's like, yeah, there's good games you look back on, and there's also bad games that you look back on and think, well, this is a game, what if the division comes down to 1 game? Those are things we can't think about.
We keep saying that. What if it comes down to 1 game?
You do not know.
Listen, the Mets. Okay, let me bring this up because I want.
Anytime I look, the Mets are like losing, then immediately they take the lead. I'm like, the Mets are going to win the World Series. Today. They were winning last night. Like they were down 4-1 and then immediately it was 5-4 Mets.
Now, just so everybody knows, many people, including myself, have predicted that the Mets will ultimately fall off because of their offense. Their offense is falling right now, by the way, but they're still not losing games. I guess they are losing some games. They're playing like
still haven't lost a series yet.
Well,
they haven't won every series because they split with the Braves, but they haven't lost.
We'll see if that lasts, because right now they're down 7-5 to the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, they're down now.
Mm-hmm. They gave up. Seattle was up 4-1 in the fourth. The Mets scored 4 runs to take the lead, and then
that's what I saw. Last I saw it was 5-4.
And then the Mariners just scored 3 more in the sixth. So,
all right.
So that is good. But the thing that I was going to point out, what was it? Oh, it was okay, hold on. The Mets have had a pretty tough-ish schedule. They've probably more leveled out now. They've been playing some, whatever teams.
But coming up, don't they have a really tough schedule?
Oh yeah, that's what.
Is that what you were gonna? Okay,
I'm going with it. So, let's see, where are we at? Okay, Seattle.
I'm looking at
Mariners. So right now they're playing Seattle. Seattle's a good team. They might end up losing this series to Seattle. Then they got to play St. Louis. St. Louis is pretty good. Actually, I would call them the Mets Central right now, because they are winning a bunch of games, well over 500, playing well. Their offense is doing the exact same thing the Mets are doing. Then Colorado is above 500.
And at Colorado,
yes. And then San Francisco at San Francisco. Maybe it's just the Braves, but I hate playing in that ballpark. It feels like every time we go there, we suck. It just feels like that. I mean, every time we go out west, period, it just feels like. Yeah, I'm glad we got one West Coast road trip over with at least. Yeah, I know we have a couple more, but yeah, we have one more short little thing, I think.
So do we not go to Seattle? We go to the A's and the Giants.
We do go to Seattle, I believe.
Oh, is it all in the same series, like the same road trip then?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think maybe I'm mistaken.
That'll be fun to play in Seattle.
Oh, I know. I don't think the Braves have played there in a long time.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I like that we're playing the AL West.
But then they've got Philly for 3, Washington for 3. Okay, whatever, Washington. But here's where it starts to get really tough, because that's not terribly tough. It's not terribly easy either. But here's where it gets tough. 4 at LA against the Dodgers, 3 at San Diego, 3 at Anaheim, or LA, whatever the hell you want to fucking call them. And then 3 at home with Milwaukee, 4 with the Marlins, who are a good team. If you don't believe the Marlins are a good team, you're crazy. Their pitching is fucking incredible.
I know they're dealing with the injury bug now, but yeah they've got some guys.
Their pitching is incredible. And then they got Houston for 2, and then they've got Miami again, and then they've got Houston again.
That's a rough 6 weeks. And knowing the Mets, they'll go like 20-10 or whatever. If they do, then they're for real. If they do, then they're for real.
I will say this team is for real, and they could win the World Series.
I mean, I already think that. I've already sort of resigned myself to the fact that they're good and they're going to continue to be good.
I believe they're good. The offensive things, just, if I were a Mets fan, they would concern me. That's all it is. As a Braves fan, I want to keep pounding at home, because I want people to realize, like, look, dude, it's possible that the Mets, I highly, highly doubt they're going to do what they did last year. Highly doubt that. And if we get to midway through the season, they still got a 6-game lead. That's it. That's the way I feel. We've got to take advantage of the next 6 weeks for us, which is a very easy schedule.
And that's what scares me, because I feel like we play harder against the good teams.
We're playing great against the good teams. Great. I mean, we should have swept the San Diego series. We didn't even win it. But
I mean, I feel like at the very least we should have won the series, because you look at like Friday, we probably should have won. Yesterday, the Padres probably should have won. Like, I just feel like even that stuff sort of, but like to lose 2 of 3 is really shitty, because I feel like we should have taken that series.
Yeah, we should have at least won it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we should have swept it. If you look at each game individually, you can make a case that we should have won.
Yeah, we could have won all those games. Yeah. Yep.
But at the same time, we also got away with a game yesterday. We probably should not have won.
Exactly. So I guess you're
yeah.
lucky you took one.
So yeah, we're lucky we took one. Yeah, that's for sure. Where was I looking? Yeah, so we've got this week, we've got Milwaukee coming up, 3 in Milwaukee. Milwaukee was a tough series.
Yeah.
Sure that last
I didn't get to watch 2 of those games. I forget why. Well, one was Mother's Day, one I don't know where. Oh, I was out for my sister's like bachelorette. Yeah. So I didn't really they played.
I was about to say, you said something about a wedding or something.
Yeah. So there was 2 games I didn't really watch, so I didn't
so yeah.
Like
that was a tough series.
And what are we? So Anderson and Freddie Pearl. I guess we could don't want to jump ahead. I don't know if there's anything else we can.
No, we can do that.
Okay.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. I'm just since I have it open. So tomorrow it's Anderson and Freddie Peralta. That's his name, Freddie, right? Peralta.
Yep.
And then we've got TBD. Who is
very good despite his 4.4 ERA, by the way. Freddie Peralta absolutely.
Yeah, I know he was really good last year.
Shut us down last year. Yeah. So Anderson, how do you feel about what Anderson's doing this season? It's weird, right?
I like Anderson, and I know it's just
Anderson.
like he's just young, I think.
Yeah.
But he's had a couple of really good starts and a couple of really bad starts.
And it seems like every time he goes out, like you're just waiting on things to fall apart. And then they never do.
Yeah. It's like the 27 pitch first inning or something, and then somehow limiting the damage or like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, his last time out, which was the game that we won against Boston, I remember the first inning, he got out of it real quick. And it was like, whoa, Anderson getting out of a, 1-2-3 first inning. What is going on there? And then, he had some trouble in the second and third or whatever. But that was what it was.
But that's right. They were up.
Yeah, they were up 2-0 in that game. 3-0 in that game.
3-0.
Yeah, that's a game we got lucky to win.
Yeah, this happens. That's
so. Now that is one thing I will say about the Braves the last 2 weeks. 3 different games we won in which we trailed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. Which is like in 2018, 2019, 2020, you never counted them out. No matter what, they were down a couple runs late. You're like, they're going to get the runs back, or at least going to threaten to get the runs back. And then it kind of last year, not so much.
2018, 2019. I mean, it felt like we were never out of a game. Never. And that just, unfortunately, has not been the case the last 2 years. But.
Yeah, so it was just really nice to see that yesterday. And I remember you said, you're like, I don't see this team scoring 4 runs. And it was like, wow. I didn't expect it, certainly. Like when Ozuna hit that home run. I mean, I was losing my mind. It was just like, wow.
It was like, wow, I can't believe it actually happened.
Yeah. And then it was just nice to get that extra run and not be tied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, all right, Jansen goes back out. Just does.
Yeah, for Riley
Jansen's
to come up and get that big hit was just like, oh, yeah, Jansen, man.
Jansen and Minter have been lights out. So good.
And I mean, even Smith to an extent, but the last 2 games, I mean, that game the other night, last night, I guess, was it the game last night that Smith gave up the lead?
Yeah. It was like all unearned, but yeah, he gave up those 4 runs.
Yeah. But I mean, another error for the defense. And that's right. We were talking about the defense earlier. Yeah, that wasn't really on Will Smith. He had 2 easy outs to start that inning. And then,
I think overall Smith's, it's just that knowing how he'd been sort of prone to the long ball the last couple of years this way, I do worry. So when he puts guys on, you're like, but overall, he's been
you get a little bit weary, but he's been a little bit better this year. I don't know. That's the bullpen is starting to concern me a little bit. I agree.
I thought that was like our one strong point. Now some things I'm like,
with Matzik's like struggles, I don't. And the last time out that he threw, like BJ and Birdie and Chip, they're all trying to talk up what he's doing, but I'm still watching. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he got out of it, sure, but he still didn't look like Tyler Matzik to me.
Mm.
So I still have some concerns there. Something's not right. Nobody wants to say the word. I'm not going to say it. I would never do that. But it is concerning given his past.
Yeah.
So, and
but
honestly,
it seems like Jackson Stevens has stepped up for sure. I know, yes,
he
had the poor 11th. Well, like you said, you shouldn't have put him back into the game. Who knows, whatever. But I mean, I think he's sort of stepped up as
once a guy comes in and pitches in a game, he might have a great inning where he made some big pitches in that 10th inning.
That was great.
But then
I thought we were going to win the game.
I thought we were too. As soon as he got out of it, I was like, all right, let's get this run in. This is it. We got to win. Yeah. But then he gets back in the dugout or like the team gets back in the dugout. You've got 3 or 4 guys who just saw all of his pitches, right? I mean, he's a reliever. He doesn't have 5 or 6 pitches, whatever. He's got 2, maybe 3 pitches. Get back in the dugout. Guys start talking. They know what to look for when they get back out there. And clearly somebody told Kim, hey, he's got a nasty slider that he's going to try to throw down and in. And he just turned on it. Yeah. And then, then the wheels started falling off because it's just, I don't know. But I think, and I know people are going to they're probably going to roast me over this because I still maintain that I don't think Spencer Strider should be playing in high leverage situations. We've tried it twice now.
Yeah, I didn't. That was Friday, right? Yeah. That was after I had turned the game on, I believe. Yeah. So it was only 7-6. And we had the off day the day before. It's only 1 run. And we clearly were scoring runs. It wasn't like we were struggling.
Yeah. And you've already got 1 inning out of him.
That was the 8th. Yeah, they put him in the 8th.
The 8th inning, he was absolutely disgusting. Like even Machado just blew fastballs by him. But Snit got greedy. And then he did it again today. And he got greedy again today with Jackson Stevens, who what I was about to say is I think if I were Snit, I would maybe try Jackson Stevens in a high leverage situation. Couple run lead.
Which I mean, I would think the top of the 10th today was high leverage.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, for sure. That was definitely.
It's almost like let that ride, help his confidence, whatever. Put O'Day or somebody in to the. But yeah, it was like
and that's why
he was kind of like, oh, he looks good. Let me put him back out. And
yeah, you asked me, well, who would we go to then? And that's why I said O'Day is because O'Day hardly ever pitches. He pitches like every 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, his usage of O'Day is weird. And I know he's like a pitch to contact guy. So maybe it's not the best idea with the runner at second, but it seems like he's been good. So I don't really know why he uses them. It's like in blowouts. So put him in for an, I'm just like.
Right. And maybe I didn't think about the pitch to contact thing.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, he is. Now, I mean, I don't know how many of those runs on Friday ended up being accredited to O'Day. It was probably only 2. I haven't even looked.
Yeah, that's not right. Milwaukee.
My face isn't over their phone. It's not going to see me. Let's see.
2 to Strider, 2 to him.
So 2 to him. Okay. So, and still, I mean, his ERA is probably 3.5 now?
4.15.
Oh, whoa, jumped way up with just 2 runs. Well, I guess he didn't get a whole inning either. So,
he did pitch a whole inning. I don't think Strider got an out.
You're right, he didn't.
Because Strider only pitched 1 inning. Should have just left it at that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You send him back out, and it's if O'Day was already ready, if he's already in, if he's already out in the bullpen throwing, why are we trying to rest a bullpen that was fully rested?
Especially at that point, it was still 7-6.
Yeah. And the offense has been scoring runs left and right. Now they didn't score again after the Dansby homer. But you go back out there in the bottom of the ninth inning, your guys, that it's the bottom of the ninth inning. That's completely different from the seventh or eighth or whatever. They're not going to be grinding their ABs as hard in the seventh and eighth as they will in the ninth. Maybe they should be, but they're not. Ninth is the end of the game. Those guys are going to be doing everything they can to get on base.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be guys going out there thinking, oh, maybe I can just try to hit a homer here. No, you're going to have guys coming out saying, I need to, simplify this and just try to get on, and maybe somebody can get me around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I actually
you go back out there and it's 11-6.
Yeah, which changes the entire mentality.
I mean,
I was thinking today and then
looked like, oh well, fuck it.
Yeah, and today in the ninth, Dansby had gotten up 3-0 to lead off the ninth. And I was like, oh, if Dansby gets on, I like our chances here because he'll steal a back. And then he struck out. And then it was like, I think he struck out the next day. I was like, fart noise.
I don't understand because this Chrismat guy is not that great. But
I guess he was mixing his pitches well because nobody could do anything. I guess in that next inning, they kind of were and just didn't do enough. But yeah.
We were talking about Dansby against Chrismat. He went up 3-0 and then came back and got struck out. And yeah, like you said, that
start to the
not how you draw it up, really.
And Dansby has been our best player, so I am not blaming Dansby. He's hit a home run. He was the reason we were up 3-0 at one point.
Yeah,
he's been so good.
No, I wasn't blaming Dansby at all.
No, I know. It's just like, it's just
a shitty start to the ninth. It's like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm almost I am to the point where I am more excited when Dansby Swanson comes to the plate than I am when Matt Olson or Austin Riley comes to the plate. And that is like living in the twilight zone. It's crazy, man. And I know that Austin Riley and Matt Olson will find it. I know they will. They're both kind of right there. Like you can tell. I mean, Matt Olson could have had 2 homers today, but he just yanked them both.
Yeah. Yeah. And he hit a home run yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's still putting up good at bats.
He had a single, and a walk today, I think.
Yeah, he did have a walk.
I thought so, yeah.
Good at bat. So I think, a couple of like errors there which suck, but he's still, and I hate to make the Freeman comparison, but he still is rated higher and outs above average than Freddie Freeman. So
well above Freddie.
So
Freeman.
It's still, I mean, it's like, I'm obviously guilty of it with the comparisons, but it's like, that's going to keep happening for 5 years, depending on who's playing,
And I really
Freeman went, but it's just like, why are we acting like Freddie never made a mistake? Like, he's not allowed to make a mistake because he's not Freddie. Like, I don't understand these people who are just like Olsen haters, no matter what he does. Like, did you see the Jeff Schultz tweet that I was like, I bet you're so happy.
You're
Jeff.
so happy about this.
2 hours in 2 games. Yeah, I'm sure you're thrilled. So you can say why
Jeff Schultz is the
Freddie.
biggest dick.
I was hoping he'd block me. So I'm like, how far? I don't want to be like rude, but I'm always like, how far until they block me?
Yeah. I am blocked by the entire Braves subset of the Athletic. DOB and Jeff Schultz both have me blocked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
that's so funny. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, you're just thrilled about that, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh wait. I guess Jeff doesn't have me blocked then.
If you could see that, then I guess
he did have me blocked. I wonder what changed his heart. He was like, oh, maybe I'll give this guy an extra chance. And then he's probably
like, he seems nice enough.
He saw me talking shit again today. He's like, yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah. Now DOB, I don't know if I told you why DOB blocked me, but he was, how DOB is always like quote tweeting people's stuff with like snarky ass comments.
I was gonna say he's so snarky, and then he blocks people. It's like, buddy, you're like pushing it from other people. You're
the
trying
bear,
to get
man.
people to,
yeah. And I was like,
I'll block you.
I just commented on one of them, and I was like,
insinuating, instigating. That's the word.
Yeah, he is. He's an instigator, man, big time. And I just commented on one, and I was like, "Don't be a dick, Dave."
Oh yes, you did something.
That's what I said. Next thing I know, I'm blocked. I was like, "Wow, really? That's it?" Like, no, I think I said, "Don't be an ass." I think I said, "Don't be an ass." One of the two, whatever.
He really is both. He's a dick and an ass.
He is, yeah. I don't know. And
how do we get these freaking? Both of those are our Athletic.
I don't know.
Like, come on. Jeez,
yeah, because the Athletic is like
DOB and Jeff on the Athletic. Can we get something? Thank God we got that ring, George.
Well,
or else I don't know.
They had Murph writing for him for a little while. Dale Murphy.
Writing for The Athletic?
Yeah, for a little while they did. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it was just like a couple guest writing or whatever, but then it was just back to the good old DOB and Schultz. And then Mark Bowman.
I've been enjoying Justin Toscano on AJC, right? He's
awesome,
nice.
Man. He is
I like
great.
him.
He's nice. He talks to people, like stays on top of his shit. He kind of pissed me off today because I guess fucking streaming baseball games is stupid as fuck, okay? We should not be streaming baseball games at a point where we're all getting updates from Justin Toscano on our phone before it even fucking happens on our TV. That shit pisses me off so bad. And that's how I found out that we gave up the lead in the night or the 11th.
So you have like notifications on for him, or you just refreshed and he had to retweet it? Well, that's earlier in the season. I joked with him. I was like, well, I guess I have to turn off notifications for you because you're spoiling. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's fine. I had to turn them off. So the Braves are the only ones. So I'll get spoiled sometimes on like the final score.
Yeah. See, my dad's real bad about it. He doesn't realize he has cable. So cable comes in before streaming does. And during the World Series run, every time something would happen, my dad would call me. And I'm like a minute and a half behind him. So I haven't seen it yet. But my dad's calling me, and every time my phone rang, I knew.
You knew something good was about to happen.
If it was my dad, I knew something was about to happen.
It's the same thing. I use like YouTube TV and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So my mom will text, I'm not checking it yet.
Yep. Yeah, I was just like, man. So anyways, back to but fucking streaming baseball is stupid.
It's like at least the Apple TV one is free. But
dude, it was so good too.
I watched and I had turned it on and I was like, we were already down and it was like annoying. But it's the video quality is like really cool.
Oh my God.
And I thought that was the Peacock one today too. I thought that was a good broadcast. I have Peacock. That's why I didn't care. But like for the people who don't.
I bought Peacock just to fucking watch a stupid ass baseball game. that didn't turn out the way I fucking wanted it to either. Sorry. There's F-bombs flying today because I'm just aggravated. Anyways, I guess we can, if it's cool, I did write down some stuff that I kind of want to go over.
Please.
About just a couple guys. I'll start off with this just because it's quick. Charlie Morton had the best start of his season last night, and he looked like Charlie Morton.
He did. And that's after going 5 innings, no runs against the Brewers on Sunday.
But he was also a little.
I didn't watch the game.
A little bit
okay,
off
I wasn't watching the game.
Yeah,
that was me just looking at the pitching line.
You could see that he was still getting swings and misses here and there, but it wasn't like last night.
Yeah, the whiffs is where he's got his stuff.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was at work again last night.
She left over. I was gonna knock my water over.
That was hilarious. But I got lucky and I got to work and. For whatever reason, the department immediately following my department just didn't show up. So we built a few trucks and then we were done for a while. So I basically just sat down and got paid to watch baseball. So I did get to watch Charlie pitch, and his curveball honestly was sharper than I think I've ever seen it. Maybe it was the seams. Maybe he found a way to sneak some pine tar out there. I don't know. I mean, I'm just being honest. It was
figured something else.
It was fun to watch Charlie Morton pitch last night. And
Charlie Morton's good. And that's the thing too. If we know Max is Max, didn't have the greatest outing, but I have full faith in Max. So that's
why I'm so concerned in the bullpen right now. It's because starters are starting to round out. They're looking great. Ian Anderson is our number 4 starter.
Yeah.
He's not a bad starter.
Yeah.
He's a decent starting pitcher. Kyle Wright. I wrote down a few different things on Kyle Wright in the time since we recorded the last episode. 3 starts, 18 innings pitched, 19 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned, 7 walks, which kind of bothered me because he was starting to walk a lot of guys, and 16 strikeouts. But okay, so that's in those 3 starts, it's a 5 ERA.
But and to be fair, so it was 12 runs, but half of them came in that Boston game. That was just over a bit. The other one, the Mets one, was like 7 innings, 3 runs, right? Which I'll take. That's
Right.
fine. So
Right.
it's really the Boston series that kind of skews it. I think still, sorry, I took your thunder of what you were going to say.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I was going to say, if you take out the Boston game, just the Boston game, 2.75 ERA in the 2 starts with New York and then today. And honestly, we talked about Austin Riley earlier and the mental errors and, whatever. That was one of those moments where he made that big mental error against Boston. He picked up that ball at third. He had plenty of time to tag third or touch third and then throw home or throw to first base and get a double play to end the inning. Instead, he just threw home, which brought Rafael Devers up with 2 outs. And on the first pitch, he hit a grand slam.
Yep.
And you can't count that as an error because it's a mental error.
Yeah, and you can't assume a double play anyway. So
right. So had he touched third and then threw home and there was an error, then anything after that would have been unearned.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. So Kyle Wright got 10. Now, to be fair to Austin Riley wasn't pitching. He wasn't the one that put those 3 guys on base. But he could have gotten the 3rd out, and those 4 runs never would have scored. Honestly, we likely would have won that game at that point.
Yep. Yet another one.
So
another one with the what ifs. Yep.
So Kyle Wright has not been bad, especially today. He went 6 1/3 with 3 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned run. More of that bad defense.
He was no hit into the 5th.
I didn't even know when a hit happened. I was wondering,
well, there was a I guess it wasn't a line drive or something where Austin snagged it, but then it kind of couldn't hold on to
counted as a hit then.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, if he doesn't give up another hit, I'm going to be so bad because he should have had that.
Yeah.
But then he did.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work out.
It started to feel like because he had stuff like that.
I mean, it was nasty.
It was ooh, if Austin makes that play, you're like,
you know. His final line of 3 runs doesn't tell the story at all.
No.
You could possibly make the argument that he shouldn't have given up a run. Well, no, because the second run was Profar doubled off the wall.
Yeah. I was gonna say there was one was single double,
and then what scored on a single right afterwards.
Yes, that had to have been what it was. Yeah. So it was that 1 inning there.
So 1 earned run. I mean, I don't know.
Which again, it's but pitcher wins, who cares? But still, he should have probably gotten the win in that game.
Oh, I'm not worried about the win.
Still but just the win in general, whoever gets it.
Yeah, I'm worried about the team win. Yeah,
go 6 1/3 and giving up 1 earned run. Again, I'll take that all the time.
Yeah. And if those outs are made in that inning, or even if the out is made where Olsen just tried to catch the ball and tag him too quick. Even if an out is made in that inning without a run scoring, we win that game. You eliminate 1 run before the 9th inning. It doesn't matter that the score ended up 7-3. At that point. It's still 3-0. We still end up winning 3-2, even if the other 2 runs score.
Right. And you don't know how it changes the rest of the game if that run doesn't score either. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you have 1 extra out. So the way the lineup
if that run doesn't score, the Padres are thinking, damn, we had a scoring opportunity there. We made some bad base running. Ha-Seong Kim, another bad base running.
I thought for sure, okay, that's it.
Dude, when that happened, I was like, holy shit, that is a huge break. Now, it's AJ Minter, so he probably would have got out of it anyways because he's just absolutely disgusting. But just...
just a bad game.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
That is a good way to describe it. So yes, Kyle Wright is looking great. 9 strikeouts again today. They flashed on the screen today that the over/under for Kyle Wright on strikeouts going into today's game was 5.5. And I told my wife, I said, "See, this is why you should let me bet money because I would have definitely put $30 on that, and I brought us home a couple $100." Or whatever, however much I would have won, whatever. I'm trying trying to let me do FanDuel or something.
I use DraftKings, and I'll just do like small bets. Like I
told her.
I don't like, I'll put like $10 on something. Like,
yeah, that's what I told her. I was like,
to hit a home
10,
run.
$15, whatever.
Like I won a bunch of money last year because I'd put like preseason win the World Series. I put like money on like World Series MVP and stuff. So I cashed out like $600 check that I'm still ahead from the money I put in.
Wait, so you put money down on the Braves to win the World Series?
Yeah, before the
Hell
season.
yeah, that's what's up.
And the division. Yeah.
Did you see of course you saw it. Everybody knows about Trevor Plouffe and his prediction, Braves in 6.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
I mean, because it's like that specific. Imagine if there was a bet for that. Like,
Braves in 6 over the Houston Astros. I think Chris Rose said he would have won like $26 million if he put down $1,000 on it.
Wow.
He chose not to put money on it, but that was his pick. But he chose not to put the money down. $26 million. I mean,
see, that's my thing is I won't put that much down. Like even putting down 100 feels like too much to me. It's too risky.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm very conservative, like gambler where I'm like, no small amounts. And like, I've still come out ahead, but I always think if I put, twice of what I put down, like imagine how much more I would have, but imagine how much I've lost as well on the ones I didn't win.
That's why people get addicted to gambling because they think, oh man, if I had just put down 100,
like, 1,000 down. Yeah. But then you lose 1,000 if it doesn't happen.
Yeah. And that's when it usually gets you. You win when you put down little money. You don't win when you put down big money. That's it's risky. It is. So now Beaneater Buzz is now we are now a gambling podcast. So welcome. Anyways, Max Fried. Dude, Fried's been awesome.
Yeah.
I know his last start didn't go well against San Diego. But dude, I mean,
yeah, he's so good.
He's so good. He's got a 2.3% walk rate. That's just unreal. Mm-hmm. I know it was like 1.4 last week, and I was stoked about that. Unfortunately, walked 2 guys the other day and went down. Or went up, excuse me. But I mean, dude, Max Fried, how many walks does he have on the season? I think he only has 5 walks on the season. I'm pretty sure. So let me make sure on that. I should have wrote that down. I feel bad now.
I have Fangraphs up.
Yeah, I try to do that with the screen up, but it's just hard.
Oh. 4.
4.
Yeah. 4 based on balls.
He only had 2 walks the other day. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's 1 intentional, 4 regular. Yeah.
Wow. 1 intentional.
This is 2022. Yeah.
How many innings pitched? Like over 40 now, right?
Hold on. That's up in here.
Because I've got 43 innings and 4 walks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's got an 8.58 K per 9, 0.84 walk per 9. And 0.84 home run per 9. So he's really doing great.
What's his whip? I know it was really low.
Is that on Fangraphs?
I don't know. I figured it would be, right?
Oh yeah, here we go. 0.98.
0.98. That's under 1. You got a whip under.
And his LOB percentage is 72.9. So he'll let guys on it, and he just really he's really so good.
Speaking of a guy that I was about to talk about. Travis Demerit really helped out that left on base percentage with that diving catch.
Oh, that was the Saturday against the Brewers, right?
That Max Fried was on the mound. Yeah.
I watched
it was like, oh my God.
He's made a couple of really good catches. There was one, I forget if it was yesterday or today, where he laid out and I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And he made an amazing catch.
Yeah. And then the one he made on the warning track a few weeks back in foul ground, sliding into foul ground or whatever.
Yep. I mean, defense can win you games and it can lose you games.
And that's what people were saying. Like, I saw some people saying the Braves defense has been horrendous. And I'm like, yeah, the last few games, sure. But Dansby Swanson is statistically the best defensive shortstop in baseball. Mm-hmm. Statistically. Mm-hmm. Ozzie Albies is a very good defensive second baseman. Mm-hmm. Matt Olson is a gold glover. And he's well above average when it comes to outs above average. Austin Riley, that conversation goes two different ways. He's good. Yeah. He hasn't been good lately, that's for sure. But he is a good defensive third baseman. And then the outfield is, when Marcell Ozuna is out there, it looks ugly. But Adam Duvall is statistically the best outfielder defensively.
There's the one guy that I've been arguing with this week. He came back to a tweet from a week ago twice to be like, oh, what about that play? I'm like, what are you doing?
I can't stand when people do that.
I was like, you're gonna have to start charging rent or whatever from the way I'm living.
Yes, that's hilarious.
But then what's funny is I had replied to something he said that just came across my timeline. He's like, oh, glad I'm living in your head. I was like, dude, it came across you went back to a tweet
you just tweeted it 5 minutes ago, man. What are you talking about?
Oh man, he's annoying as hell. Okay, but anyway,
no, we won't talk about it.
I was saying I'm not going to shout out. If they're watching, they'll know.
I'm not going to do shout outs. Well, actually, I will do a shout out because I promised to shout out, and I'm glad you said that. I just want to shout out Ronnie's Gum. Let me get his @ right because I was supposed to do this a month ago, and I forgot, and I feel bad about it. And he also hasn't been on Twitter in quite some time, so that doesn't help. Just a second.
I think it's just Ronnie's Gum. Right? Isn't that what
it is? It is. It's at Ronnie's Gum. And that dude does all of the artwork and stuff that I have. And he's awesome. And he has helped me out tremendously. And he's cool about it. Even if you don't like it, he'll be like, oh, well, okay. Well, then what ideas do you have? So just want to shout him out there real quick.
Shouts to Ronnie's Gum.
Yeah. At Ronnie's Gum. So
nice.
And then I also have another note here. It says bunting sucks. So
it's so funny because there's that crowd of, just put the ball in play, bunt, move the guy over. And that's fine if it works. But if it doesn't, then what? Put the ball in play and good things can happen. But that can happen.
I've got a point to make here. When is the last time you saw an Atlanta Brave bunt? Prior to today?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know
sure
either.
It happened.
Have we bunted this year at all?
No, not this year.
I've not seen a single
And besides
bunt.
Pitchers last year, how many bunts? I have no idea. But you're asking the guy who hit the walk-off home run the other day. I don't know if this was earlier that we talked about this, if we were recording them when I said that, but bunt him over. What? The guy who can hit home runs.
Yeah, the guy who hit a walk-off home run this week. We just, we'll have him bunt.
What if that was going to happen and you asked him to bunt?
Yeah, it's just
you're giving away an out, and if it works out, fine, whatever. But it didn't, and that's why we're
this
saying,
game.
Don't do it, because it's so frustrating.
Yeah, it really is.
You should have won this game.
Very frustrating. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now,
anyway,
so the last 2 weeks, this is another thing I wrote down. The Braves are scoring more runs. So, and that's another reason the bullpen is bothering me so bad. We're scoring more runs. We were at 3.8 runs per game.
Okay.
The last time I checked for the whole season, and over the last 2 weeks, we're 4.75 runs per game.
Okay.
Significant improvement, even though the offense still looks stagnant at times. And they strike out a ton. That's kind of, I don't know, but that's a positive sign for me.
Yeah.
Scoring close to 5 runs a game should win you the game usually, especially with our starting rotation.
Yeah.
So it's there. All the pieces are there for this team to come together.
Yeah. It's just, they have to come together. It's one is good, the other is bad. Then, the bullpen shits the bed, but the starting rotation is really good. It's never all three of them are. There've been a few games where it was so perfectly clean, but then there's some games where you're like, oh, you shit the bed here or this.
That game against Milwaukee, the game that Travis and Kenley got to strike him out, throw him out to end the game.
All of it.
Holy crap.
Defense,
that game.
The pitching, and I wasn't watching. And that's when I started to be like, I got to stop watching. They're playing real good when I'm not watching.
Yeah.
But I'm a jinx.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah, because they won that game 3-2.
See this jersey? This is my gold jersey. It's my
I should have put mine on. I have mine.
Austin Riley gold jersey that you found for me, by the way. You got yours?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Don't ever fucking wear them. They're a fucking jinx. I've worn this fucking jersey twice and the Braves fucking shit the bed both times.
Well, maybe mine will help them. So I'll have to see what happens.
Is it a Max Fried one?
Yes.
I did get a Max Fried gold jersey. It's on the way. Unfortunately, it's not legit, I guess. It's a DH gate one. But I mean, they looked all right to me. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll get it. It was $19. So
it'll probably fall apart with one wash.
I don't care. I will wear it proudly. I don't care. That's another thing though. I don't wash my jerseys.
Is it like the luck juice that's on? You're like,
yeah, I don't wash them. I will wear them during the game. I will wear an undershirt. I will not wear a shirt.
I guess something like that could go several uses. You know, it's not like a t-shirt where you're like directly.
I just don't wash them. Like you said, I feel like something's I don't get them dirty, you know. I wear them of it. Maybe once every couple weeks or whatever like that, and then I put them back on a little shelf, and that's yeah. Now this one I do kind of need to do something because I got a little spot on it.
Some tied to go.
Can't see. Yeah, that's what my wife said. Yeah, I was like, yeah, all right, I guess we'll use that then. But yeah, so this jersey is jinxed. I won't wear it anymore when I'm watching a game. I promise. I'm sorry, guys. It's bad luck. And you know what's funny? It was in the other room. I had taken it off and that's another thing. I take it off when I eat, even if I'm watching the game, if I'm holding the baby, because she tries to pull the buttons off and stuff like that. It was in the other room. And my wife said, hey, Austin Riley's coming up. You should put your jersey on. I was like, all right, I'll put my jersey on. It's in the 10th inning, right? Austin Riley's at bat. I put it on. Boom, first pitch or next pitch, he lines out. And I was like, yeah, it's fucking cursed ass shirt. Yeah. I'll always cherish it, but it's cursed. So yeah, I don't know. Austin Riley, are you concerned about Austin Riley?
I mean, no, because because of
his history.
Well, that, but I mean, like I remember is it concerning the way he's like striking out? Yeah, but overall, am I concerned about him? No. Like, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's just exhausted.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think it's getting to him mentally. And then like, he really could use a day off. And I know Snit dropped him in the lineup and then he got a couple of hits and he's like, bring it back up. It's like, maybe leave him there for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too, that he immediately brought him back up.
Yeah, and he did that with Ozuna, which I don't even think Ozuna got a hit. He brought him back up to the 4th spot. I'm like, what? So what's the point of it? It wasn't like he got some hits and you're like, let's try it again. That's
exactly what I thought. I was like, this seems kind of weird that he's already back in the 3rd hole. Like, yeah, if you were concerned enough to move him down,
3 spots,
just because he had one good game, you're going to move him back up. Right. And Ozzy had a good game in the 3rd hole yesterday. So
just run with it for a little while.
Yeah, it worked yesterday. Snit's he's maddening, dude. God. All right, so I do want to go over this real quick, the home run stuff. I can't remember. Oh God, I can't remember.
Our predictions coming into the week you're talking about?
Both, yeah. No. I did. So Riley hit 1 homer last week, right?
In the Mets series.
Yeah. Okay. So you got 1 there. So
did I say 1 for him?
Yeah, you said 2. You said 2.
Okay.
So you got 1 though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
I said Ronald with 2 and I got that. So
you did.
I got 5. Yeah. So we're tied at 7 there. And we both said 3 and 4 and we were happily wrong. And yeah. So and then this week, I think you said 3 and 2, right? Pretty sure I said 3 and 2 also, didn't I?
You did. Okay. Yep. We both said 3-2.
That's not no.
And we both got 5 points.
And then what you said, wait, we did?
I said d'Arnaud for 1 and he got 1 that game.
Yeah. And then I thought he was going to hit another one that game too.
And you said Ozuna for 1.
Oh. Well, hell, I got lucky on that. Man.
You said I wanted to pick Olsen or Riley, and hey, Olsen got one too. So
yeah. So okay. So TDA 1. So you got 5 more then. That's 12. And I got 12 also. Sweet.
So do we get I guess we know Emma. We were wrong. Okay, so we're both at 12 points.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it works. Okay. So
all right. Upcoming. Let's see what we got. Well, we already talked a little bit about
Milwaukee
it.
and
So I got 3 at. Sorry, cats want dinner.
That's
3 at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then 3 at Miami. So off day Thursday. So as far as we know,
won a series against Milwaukee.
So it's Anderson and Peralta's as far as we go. They have Hauser the next game. Oh, Fried and Burns on the 18th. That should be a good game.
Fried and Burns was the game that we won 3-2.
You're right. Ooh, I like it.
Man, that's good. I like that.
I like that.
I could watch it. Okay, so Fried and Burns.
It's a 110 game on the 18th. I think
110. What?
Yeah. Okay. I'm doing a virtual
conference, I guess
so I can't even watch it.
Giveaway game. Okay. So we got Anderson Peralta. Who do you think is starting Tuesday? I think Spencer Strider?
I'm going to say Chavez or Strider. Right? I think Strider's
I'll do the Chavez Strider thing again.
Probably, because that's just knowing him, even though Strider should be the opener. Not Chavez.
Chavez
isn't the guy to go for the tie. And Chavez has been great. So I love
He really has. I mean,
but I'd love them to give Strider, but I'm sure we'll see both of them on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Fried. So
it's Hauser, so it's kind of
yeah. I'm gonna say. So let's go for the whole week. So obviously Miami.
So then Miami is a 3-gamer. I don't know who they're going to be throwing. Clearly. So it says Trevor Rogers
for the 1, and then no one.
And then nothing for the other 2.
And we'd have Morton and Wright.
And then Anderson.
3-3.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think so too. 3-3 makes sense. We're gonna win one of those series.
We have to win one of those series.
It's gonna be hard to beat Milwaukee again. But it's also gonna be hard for the
Milwaukee.
Fish. Yeah, but it's also gonna be hard for the Fish to beat us again.
Hopefully.
Hopefully Ronnie will be back though. And we know what he does to the Fish.
Yep.
He just fucks with their whole brain. So 3-3 and 3-3. Okay. And then who you got on homers?
Do you have a guy yet?
No. I hadn't even thought about it.
And I'll go Dansby with 1.
Okay.
Like I've been playing it safe with the 1 because 2 always feels like that, but I'm gonna say 1.
I'm gonna go.
Dansby's hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Demerit.
I love it. Love it.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
It's good. He's been great.
Dude, he's been awesome. Is it 2 R's?
I always forget. I think it's 1 R, 2 T.
No, it's 1 R, 2 T's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Demerit. I'm gonna say 1 because I don't know, dude. Travis Demerit has been awesome. That dude has been crazy. He's got. Hold on, let me go back to it. That's not it. Not it. Oh, great. What did I do with it? Sorry. It's here close by. Oh, this is it. I thought it was a blue pen. So I just wrote down a little bit on Travis Demerit because he's awesome. 914 OPS in 62 plate appearances, I think, is what I read. That's pretty damn good for a guy who you did not envision being on your team. He's got 3 homers, 155 weighted runs created plus. That's pretty
Can't
damn
hate on
good.
that.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's already at 0.4 Fangraphs WAR.
He's got a 9.7 walk rate. I mean, I always like to look at walk rate because it tells me if a guy's actually if he's actually seeing the ball or if he's just getting kind of lucky.
Mhm.
And if you got a 9.7 walk rate in the major leagues, that's pretty good. If he can continue that,
429 BABIP.
I was about to point that out. 429 batting average on balls in play. That's pretty high. It's probably going to have some regression. So I think what's he hitting, like 370 or something like that?
327?
327.
Oh, I guess it's 300 after this game.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. 300 after this.
They're sitting 300.
So that might change a little. That must.
I never expected Travis Beaneater to hit 300. So highly doubt that's going to continue. But that weighted runs created plus a 155. That could come down significantly to like a 115, 120, and you're still looking at a great player that really is going to be your fourth outfielder when Eddie gets back.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
That's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yep.
Good player there. So, all right. Well, I don't have a ton more to bring up. Do you have anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No.
Okay.
Just need to hopefully play better this week.
Yeah,
the road trip might be good. Maybe just get away.
Yeah. Going to Milwaukee, the Braves have been kind of hit or miss in Milwaukee. And then in Miami, for whatever reason, we always play great in Miami. So
yeah,
hopefully that trend will continue. And if we can go 3-3, that's great. We really need to start going 5-3 or 5-2 on some of these road trips and stuff like that, or even homestand.
We can't keep treading water.
Yeah, treading water is not. You
gotta start winning series. Yeah,
I
mean they haven't won 3 in a row.
Off. Yeah, that's crazy. This team should be winning 3 in a row here.
Well, that's the someone. I don't know if you follow Dayton, but he was like, "Oh, is not winning 3 in the row
the new 500?
500?" I'm like, seems like it.
Unfortunately,
this team didn't win 3 in a row until August 12th.
The good thing, however, is if you win 2 games and then lose 1 game, and then win 2 games and then lose 1 game, and then win 2 games and lose 1 game, you still end up with a 666 winning percentage. So I'm good with that. We can do that. But
I wish it started with like an 8-game win streak, so then we kind of gain some ground. But if you just continue with the 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, it's like, well, based on where we are, that won't be enough probably.
Hopefully, a 5 or 6 game win streak will get us back on track soon, and we'll kind of, I don't know, we just need things to mesh a little bit better. That's what it feels like. I know Wash is in. He's ready to tear some heads off after today, man. He's pissed because that is Ron Washington's infield defense, and that looks bad.
He's like, what you're doing reflects poorly on me.
Yeah, that's probably the way he's looking at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if some guys were out there in Milwaukee first thing in the morning working on some defense. So, all right. Well, I guess we will see you guys next week on Beaneater Buzz. And thanks for watching.
Take care, everyone. Bye.